In this video I'll show you Windows Longhorn build 5112 beta 1. Now this Windows version is cancelled edition with a beta evaluation copy given to the core of the OS, and this is made after the major reset in a hurry by Microsoft team co-workers, testers used to do, leading to an unstable rush and performance loss in the Longhorn builds. When this build was released, continued the more Microsoft did, then it finally evolved into Windows Vista. And that's how Windows Vista development did. Now when you power on this virtual machine or your old PC for testing, it will boot up the Windows Longhorn build 5112 beta 1 boot screen. Now when you power on your typical old PC for testing or your old laptop, which runs perfectly on Windows XP but it can't on Windows Longhorn, it will display this boot screen. You can see here, boot screen has changed a lot from the default Windows XP, but that's part of the development process given by Microsoft. When we boot into the desktop wait for the system, this is also being capable of this Windows version. I've also added the address bar and etc. on the taskbar linked desktop, but I'll remove the address bar and I will show the user interface, how it looks like. The user interface is quite different from the default Windows XP look, which offered the Luna interface. Now the icons have changed a lot. We have and the size, colors, etc. have been changed a lot in this build compared to the retaining Windows XP final release OS, which is recycle bin, computer, my documents. A bit more icons have added to the desktop, including this VMware Tools folder. The start button has changed from the Windows XP look. Now this is quite a curve on this edge. You can see here that it has been changed a lot. We have Internet Explorer, Windows Media Player, etc. AliExpress kept the default, and it's still out of date in this build. Because newer versions are MS Outlook 2007 and there's no Outlook Express 7, because that is quite old enough for Microsoft to release MS Outlook 2007, because Microsoft has already moved on to newer technologies and etc. When Windows Vista was released and MS Office was released, 2007 version. Now we'll take a look at the basic controls of the user interface. We have the taskbar. Now the appearance of the taskbar looks kind of black and grey like design, and it differs majorly from the blue and the 3D stripe Windows XP's taskbar. with a little bit of 2D look. The start menu has also been changed a lot in this build. We have the profile picture and the footer frame. The font size is kept the same, but the font is changed. We also have games. These are also have been integrated into the start menu. If games were playable, they can be playable on the OS, but these kind of these games require the theme to be switched to Windows Classic to work perfectly fine, because they can result in an error. That's why these games prompt you to change the theme to Windows Classic if an error. Parental controls also being integrated to this OS, even if it's in beta. It can prompt parents to take control of the child's devices. We will go to the WinWare, and that is Windows Longhorn build 5112. Even if it's 2003, with this loading bar frozen, is not changed, kept in Windows XP. It is changed significantly from the Windows XP. Look, you can see here the text and the logo, and this new text stamp has been created in this build of Windows. And we will test out Paint. The painting application is changed a lot from Windows XP's design. Now the clicking has also have been changed. Look, the blue has also been added, and this blue has also been added, with a black and a dark grey or light grey has been added to this. Now the window controls has been changed, with minimize and maximize, both of them are changed. These are changed from the Windows XP's default subtool design. And this is also the painting program, Windows Longhorn, and this is the painting icon. This changed from the significantly from the Windows XP's. If I change the desktop background of this Windows version, it change it to the Windows XP desktop background, and this has a light grey kind of desktop background because it has a light grey look, while the Windows XP's default non-selected background is dark blue. and we have Notepad. All strategies. I need to talk about this first, and we can talk about that. This is the how it looks. You can see the matching the theme, and this even, but this is matching the taskbar, start menu, and these are all matching the desktop background. I'll save it to my the icons have also changed a lot with keywords, writing, etc. Autos. All documents are visible in this build. With the icons changed, with the Windows XP logo kept, floppy disk icons, and loading bar progress, and these new things are integrated to this OS with quite changed icons. Now the bottom viewing bar is being integrated to this OS since this build, which continued further to Windows Vista and Windows 7, which are not in Windows XP because Windows XP has a different design and etc. and layout, other things like that, compared to the build of this OS, this build. I'll save the theme, save it as Keynote Glass. And that's how it looks. I'll refresh the desktop. And that's how it looks. Oh, both names are similar, but containing an L and an R. These are all similar, but the pronunciation differ. Glass and grass, similar, but the pronunciation differ a bit slightly because these are similar. This box is also changed with the grey style, with the grey Windows logo, and you can see here that the log off and the shutdown is glowing. Even the names of these buttons have been changed from Windows XP's shutdown, Windows XP's turn off your computer and log off. Also been changed from log off your computer name to log off, simple log off. And it could also be the control panel. Now this has been changed a lot compared to the control panel. Home has been renamed from category view. Classic view has not been changed, but the name, the word switch to category and switch to classic view has been changed. Kept the simple control panel home and classic view, both are the simple names compared to the more detailed switch word. Now we can mention it, and then the appearance and themes and these etc. has all been changed. And when you go to appearance and themes, now the sounds, globe with calendar, gear icon, these are all have been changed. All have been changed compared to the full Windows XP's 3D style. We also have security, performance, and these and that integrated. These are kept. The Windows XP icons and network and internet has also have been kept. Windows XP, icons or names, security in these, etc. has been changed. And this back and forward button has also been changed. Next we are talking about Windows Media Player. And the Windows Media Player is an application. Now, this Windows Media Player differs significantly from the default Windows XP Media Player application. And when you explore this design, it also integrated the library, ribbon, sync guides, and online stores. These are also available in Windows Vista's Media Player, but this kept from the XP's Windows Movie Maker integrated features. And the recycle bin computer, documents and these etc. Notepad, Paint, Windows Media Player, and folder icons has also been changed, because this is a quite a much more forward step. Even accessories and Windows Explorer, all of these have been changed from Windows XP's icons, while keeping the recent items. All of them has been changed significantly from Windows XP's. One thing I need to notice about the gadget sidebar. Now, the gadget sidebar has been integrated in Windows Longhorn build 4020, even in build 4000. It remained until build 4093, and that is how Longhorn builds show design, and everything does not. And next we're going to move on to the Notepad application. Notepad is a simple text editing app. I'll add my own text. Now this is quite different from typing on Windows XP's Notepad, because it changed from the default view of Windows XP to Windows Vista's this build. And this is the untitled Notepad. This icon has been changed a lot. Windows XP icons have also been changed. No, are kept. And the buttons are glowing, even if the XP icon is kept. It is still glowing, and if I click on no, it automatically not save the file. Next we're moving on to the desktop background. We're moving on to the Keynote glass. And then we're switching back to the default Keynote glass. And Fonseca UI has also been integrated to this OS compared to the Tahoma without clear type, which was on Windows XP. And but Tahoma font was not itself ended, but it also kept clear type the standard in Windows Vista. And if you log off, and this gets a grey, and the Windows XP logo is kept. Now the cursor is changed, is not changed from the Windows XP's, but it has to change when it evolved into Windows Vista. Even in build 58,000 or 59,000, it kept this cursor icon compared to this, which my host PC has. When I log off or test this, you can see here the login screen features administrator, which is different due to the font. So the font size and font style has been kept, but the layout hasn't been changed. It was before, it was the smaller style layout, but you click on the icon, you click on that, then you type in a password and you log on like in a Windows XP error. But this has been changed a lot. This contains the new shutdown and switch user icons. This is still glowing in orange, and this is still glowing in ruby, like of glow animation, but still not animating. It's still no animated, but it's still giving the hover effect. The hovering enabling of the and this submit button has also have been changed, and it also have been renewed. I mean that has been changed, the style and the theme. And the Windows logos also have been appeared in this login screen, and you can see here the view is quite a bit more different. Turn off, restart, Samba, Hibernate, etc. These were available in XP, but the Hibernate, turn off, restart, standby, etc. These were not on Windows XP because this has been integrated to this OS. But the restart and standby was available. Switch user was also available, but these one feature was not available yet. Turn off, and these are all of changed context names. And if I log in, you're logging back to the desktop. And we can add toolbars to the taskbar. We can add address, or unlock the taskbar, and I'll add these again. Even with quick launch, these are checked, and that is how the toolbars work. Unlock it. And that is about Windows Longhorn build 51.2.1, and that's it. Thank you for this video. And I log off. Now this has been changed from the Windows XP link. I kept the Windows XP logo, but this has been changed to shut down, and it replaced the turn off your computer with the Windows logo, like with that dialog box with non-closable, and it's still logging off, showing that Windows Service replaced the saving your settings text. And because that is a major upgrade from Windows XP, look, and that's the operating system.